Well, good morning everybody, and a nice, well, it is warm, it's 15 degrees, but when the wind blows it blows cold, it feels cold, but it's a nice 15 degrees here today, so obviously I've got the covers up. We'll just have a quick look at the fish, see if we can see them. They all look good. Let's see if we can see what's going on in the pond. They all look good in there. Don't seem to have any problems there. Quite happy with them. They all seem to be fine. We'll have a look down the other end. This is the deeper end. Yeah, and all looks good in there. So hopefully we're coming out of winter now and heading towards the spring. So hopefully very shortly we can get on with some pond work, get started on this. I've not done any more in the filter house for the simple reason what I'm actually doing at the moment and trying to get done is get all this, there was a raised flower bed in here. I'm sorry if the wind's being a pain. There was a raised flower bed in here. I want to get all that dug out, get all the soil shifted, and I'm going to have just a small shed up the other end there. All this will be slabbed, and I want another little shed in there up that end for all my garden tools. But yeah, I've got to get all this lot tidied up, get all this dirt removed, and then get all this area slabbed. Slab all new slabs down here. That'll give me somewhere to put all my gardening equipment, and my trolley stands out there and some old plant pots. I've got to get all this tidied up as well, so I'm trying to do that as well as all this other stuff. So I've got plenty to do even in the winter. Well, what I want to do is, if you have a look at this fence here, it does look a bit grotty. Once I get this raised bed out, I want to have a go at the fence and see if I can tidy this up a bit. Just make it look a little bit better, else it's going to really sort of spoil it out the back here and make it look a bit rough. So I just want to tidy this up if I can. And there we go. I'll just give it a good blast off with a pressure washer and it's come up like new. What I should probably do is give it a coat of paint now, just to help preserve it. I've probably washed quite a lot of that off. But I've just shot around with the pressure washer quick and just clean all that moss off it. Really, it was a bit mossy. We don't get a lot of sun in this corner, so it had gone slightly green, but it's fished it all off. Done a really good job. As you will see, we're missing a few slabs down here. But I'm trying to get the base in for the shed. The shed should be here within the next few days. It's only a small 6x4 shed, and it's for my gardening equipment. Basically, it's to put all the stuff that I've got on the arbour down the bottom in a shed, just to keep it dry and protected. But that's where the shed base is going. I've just laid a few slabs out to give me some idea of where it's going and what it'll look like. So now I'm going to take them up and start fixing them. I'm going to get stuck into that, get mixing some cement and get a few slabs laid, hopefully. Well, that's it. I've got the shed base in. The wind's really got up now. Like I said, it's only a small shed, so not too bad. But it's all in. I'm just praying it doesn't rain now. I don't want it raining, so I'm hoping we're going to be okay. Just as long as it's gone off before it does, I should be alright. So I'm praying for no rain at the moment. Well, as you can see, I've got my paving slabs, I've got the cement, but I've got no coarse sand to lay them with. And as times are at the moment, I'm really not sure whether I'm going to get any either. That's the problem at the moment, and also my shed hasn't turned up. And as everybody's being told to stay at home, I'm not sure whether it's going to either. I have paid for it, so I do want it eventually. But when I get it, I have no idea whatsoever. I did get a coat of paint on that bit of the fence where the shed is actually going. If I eventually ever get it, I don't know where that's going to end up. I did ring the company, but I've had no answer from them. I left a message, but I've heard nothing, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I've taken all these paving slabs up, and like I say, I've got no coarse sand to put the new ones down. I didn't get it in time, so I'm not sure. As I say, everything is a bit uncertain, but that's as far as I've got with it at the moment. Well, good morning everybody. I have to say the weather here has just taken a turn for the worst, and it's really cold. What I'm really hoping is you're all staying safe. Keep yourself at home, stay safe in these trying times. I know it's difficult, but I'm finding myself plenty to do. I'll show you if I can, but the wind is atrocious at the moment. But do take care and do stay safe. What I've been up to, I've not been doing a lot in the pond world because we've had some really tough frosts at night, so I'm still having to keep the covers on, I'm afraid. And I'm not lifting them today because the wind would just get under them and remove them, so I'm having to leave the covers down at the moment. I will try to move around and show you what I have been doing. If you can see here, there's a couple of slabs there, but I'll move around and try to stay out of the wind if I can, just to show you what's going on. If we come round here, if I try to hide in the shelter of the shed, and we look up there, that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been biding my time with. I've been getting the slabs down for the path. Can I move a little bit closer? I've got the path right all the way down now up to this corner, so now I've just got to take it up to the back door and out from the back door. So I'm getting on quite well with that actually. I've still got quite a few slabs to go. I'm in the wind now, so that's going to be a bit awkward, but that's what I'm up to, that's what I'm doing, and that's as far as I've got at the moment. Like I say, the pond world is still a little bit slow. I've not taken my covers off yet. We're still getting quite bad frosts at night, which will pull the temperature of the pond down quite a lot if I take the covers off. So I'm trying to hang on for another week before I do so, but that's what I've been up to at the moment. I'm slowly getting there, but it's all down to the weather at the moment. The wind is really cold. I have actually got the new path in from the gate coming down. I've still got some more slabs to go down here. I've got to do all that yet, and then that'll go round, that goes round. We're in the wind a bit there. Round up to the house. Got them all down here and out to the step, which then goes down to the garden. So I've got all that path to clean. That's quite messed up with brick dust and cutting slabs and that sort of thing, so I've got loads to do. I've just got to get on with it. Well, good morning everybody, and quite a bit milder morning we've got this morning. Really nice out here at the moment. Cloudy but nice, mild, not too much wind, just a gentle breeze. But I've got a couple of tops off the pond just to give them a bit of daylight. I've made my mind up, I'm going to give it this weekend, then I'm going to take them off next week. So next week we'll see the removal of my pond covers. Can't wait for that one. I've not been doing much in the pond world, I must admit. I've been occupied in other places. As you know, I've been doing the path and waiting for my shed to come and all that sort of thing. Hopefully next week, beginning of next week, maybe Sunday. It's coming nice Sunday, so hopefully Sunday I should be whipping the tops off the pond and we're going to start on spring in the pond world. Hopefully. I've got my slabs down, I've got all them down now, so that job's done. It's done all the way round now. There comes my old cat, look. It's done all the way round, and also my shed's arrived. So that's a load more work I've got. I did actually lob the ladder up them last night just to stop the wind blowing them over or anything. It's a bit breezy in this little gap anyway. But I've got that to do now. I've got to get it painted and built and get it all. I've got the base down there all ready to go in, so I've got that to get on with. So I want to get that done before I get the covers off the pond and start on spring pond work. The filter house itself, we're a bit messy in here because of the work I've been doing. I've got all this to tidy up, but I'll get that done. We'll get the shed up. Now I've finished slabbing for the moment. I've got some more to go down, but I've finished for the moment. Now I've got to get this cleared up, tidied up, and then we're back to normal roughly. Everything's okay in here. I've got a pond temp of 9.5, so not too bad at all. But they say it's coming warmer on the Sunday, this coming Sunday. So it'll either be Sunday or Monday. I'm going to get my pond covers off. I've not had this lid up for quite some time. But I think everything's alright in here. Everything looks good. There's not a lot of problem in there. It keeps turning away. Don't give me any problems at all. Here's my cat come to have a quick look. And she's off again. But yeah, well, everything's good in there. As you can see, I don't look at the back of the river a lot. It's absolutely got loads of stuff in it. Martin from Devon Koi Ponds put the idea in my head. If businesses do get closed down, non-essential businesses, if they get closed down, how are we going to get a koi food? So what I've actually done, you've got to buy it anyway, so it makes no big difference, as Martin says. But in this box here I've got koi food, so I bought some koi food there. I've also got, if we look in here, I've got some more up there. I bought my bacteria for the moving bed. I've got a tub of formaldehyde there just in case. I've already got some fluke salt down the bottom, so I didn't need any of that. So they're the two main things really. And I've also got a sachet of PP down the bottom if I need it. So I've got plenty of medication. I've got a little bag of wheat germ there just to wean them off the wheat germ and onto the proper koi food. So I think I'm pretty well kitted up. I've got some cloverleaf there that I've never used. I've had that about a year. I don't know whether it's still okay, but I don't seem to use that now I've got the Backy River. So I think I'm well. It was a good idea of Martin's. I think I'm well sort of stocked up with koi food now, so I should have enough to last, hopefully. This virus is a terrible, terrible thing. I just want to get this shed up now, get that up. I've got quite a mess down the bottom. I've got hardcore and everything, the slabs I've taken out. I've got them out the front. A bit of mess everywhere, but I think the clearing up's going to take as long as the slabbing did. But that's what I'm up to at the moment. Today I want to get the shed up and painted if possible, so I've got that job done and out of the way. And there we go guys, the tool shed's up. Just got to get a coat of paint on it now. Once that's done, I can get started on my pond and get the covers off. I think I shall leave it till tomorrow, but the wind is getting up and they say it's going to get quite windy, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, but we'll have a go. But that's all done. I'll just get the paint on it and then I'm finished. We do look a bit like a building site here at the moment. I've got all that lot to get cleared up, but I do want to get my pond sorted out. I want to get the covers off and give it a good hoovering out is the main thing. So hopefully I can get that done tomorrow, as long as this wind doesn't get too bad. In the pond, don't forget, keep your eye on your fish. We've not had a hard winter this winter, so do keep your eye on your fish. If they start flicking, one flick, if you get one flicks, don't worry too much about that, because it's the only way they've got, if they've got an itch on the side, it's the only way they've got of scratching it or relieving it. But if you see regular flicking or rubbing, well then you've got to do something about it. You've got to start investigating what the problem is. But just one flick doesn't constitute a parasite epidemic. But they're all looking good at the moment. I don't see any problems in there. There's my old Orf, he's a big old boy now. I've had him some time. And there's Finn. They all look reasonably good in there. I'm going to get the air back on the pond as well. I've only got 2 air stones running and I want to get the 5 back up and running again and the 60 litre per minute pump on there, so that's what I'll be doing next. They all seem to have congregated down the deep end for some reason. What they're doing down here I don't know. Whether I've spooked them a bit, probably, taking the covers off. But most of them's come down here at the moment. But they all look good. Everything seems okay in there. Well guys, it's done. Now I can get on with some serious pond work. And call it for this video really. It's only a quickie just to let you know what I've been up to. In this world the way it is at the moment, we're all confined to barracks, so I'm afraid we can't go out and do a lot, but I'm finding myself plenty to do. Please, please, all of you, do stay safe, stay at home and don't take the risk. It's just not worth it. My heart goes out to all these people that's lost their loved ones through it. It is terrible. A terrible, terrible thing. Anyway guys, I'm going to call that it. So from me, it's you all take care, stay safe and happy ponding.